Humanity has been driven from Earth, but now it's time to take it back. Join the Reconquest and fight the Scourge on the Drop Zone Commander Hub at beastsofwar.com. Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics, and tutorials about the game.
So, hi guys, welcome to What's in the Box. Myself and John today are going to be having a look at some Wild West Exodus. Now, everybody knows I love this game.
And everybody knows I know nothing about it.
I will educate you.
Yes, you shall. Okay, go on.
Right, so what we're having a look at first here is the Sand Buggy, which is one of the miniatures that came out during the Kickstarter, right? So this is a nice little light support vehicle, but it's got a few nasty little tricks. So I'll quickly pop it out of its box here. So if you get the card there for me, please, which is between the folds of that.
Yep.
Oh, the guys at Wild West Exodus stapled this together. So the miniature itself is a simple little vehicle. You're not going to have any issues putting this thing together. So we'll start off. We have 4 wheels for this little thing, and I can actually go closer, and we can see you've got that nice heavy desert tire on it.
Yeah.
So you can imagine this thing just blasting across the sand dunes. You've got the front tires here. And then you've got the back tires, which have a little bit of bodywork on them with a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
You then come to the actual main body of the vehicle. Now this thing's quite gribbly, and you can see it's got that nice big engine.
Yeah, it does have quite a lot of detail in there. There's a lot of like canvasy work over the cab and everything.
Yeah, and then you've got 2 big cans of RJ1027 just chained onto the back, so that's going to take some nice glow effects and stuff.
What is RJ1027?
RJ1027 is actually the power source in this universe, right? Okay. So you know the way steampunk generally you have Element X.
This is Element X.
This is Element X. Okay. This is discovered by one of the characters, Dr. Carpathian, who mad scientist, as you have.
Yep.
He discovered this element, which is also known as the Devil's Blood. Okay. What it does is it creates a power source, which allows them to create big, massive, nasty machines. Now this isn't one of the big, nasty, massive machines, but it is a nasty little vehicle. So
yeah.
The other thing we get in the kit is some of the weapons. So if I go closer again on this, you can see we've got 2 nice little guns and what appear to be, not sure, I'll tell you where these go when we build this. So, what were we saying?
No, they're steps. They're running
the running boards.
So if you want to have the stat card now.
Yeah, I'll grab the stat card and quickly show it to everybody because the artwork for it's really nice. So we'll quickly run the stat line. Quickness 9, AP 2, which is action points, so it's got 2 action points. Melee 6+, physical ability 8+, strength 1, armor 2, and courage of 4. It's also giving you a 1.5 halo whenever it's hitting stuff.
Right.
So if this thing does go into close combat, the halo is essentially a little ring that goes further from your base to actually show how close you can attack from.
Right.
So the weapons, we have 2 sonic Gatling guns for range 28, power 8, rate of fire 3. Special, they're RJ1027 weapons, so they can be interfered with. So there's a weapon has an interference rule.
Right.
If it gets hit with that, those weapons go down.
Okay.
Those also have thermite rounds, which cut your armor in half, rounding down, which is always nice. It's got mounted rifles, so it's got 2 of those. Power 9, range 24, rate of fire 1, so it's just another nice little shot. Got its front bumper, which is a ram weapon. Now this is a very interesting little rule. So this thing can make a ram special action even though it's a light vehicle, right? Which means it uses both of its action points to travel 18 inches up the table.
Right.
Anything it comes in contact with a small base has to scatter or take the hit. So it takes a physical test and it charges through. So if you need to just, this thing has transport capacity as well. So if you need to get someone up the table, very useful. If you're just trying to ball stuff out of the way, perfect.
Yeah.
The one problem is if it hits a heavy support, it stops. Right.
So that's a note to everyone that's playing against one of these.
Do not ram a Doomsday with this.
Yeah. Put something that's heavy support in front of a unit on a road or something.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things you do. It also has ride by attack, which is brilliant. It's a mercenary, so it'll fight alongside the Holy Order, Warrior Nation, or Watchers. Or no, it will not fight alongside those.
Right.
So everybody else, that's odd that they put who it won't work with on the card, because then you're left going, who's left? What else does it have? It's steady, so this model treats heavy weapons as two-handed weapons as one-handed weapons.
Okay.
So it's a very, very nice little vehicle. which
Yeah.
I think you could have a lot of fun with in the game.
So it adds a lot of mobility and a fair bit of firepower as well.
Yeah, it's basically a mini battle bus. So you can
Yeah.
jump a couple of your characters in, blast them across the board to where they're needed. It's got enough firepower to do it, and it can ram other small miniatures out the way. So if your way's blocked, you can just blast right through.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so guys, we'll quickly take a break here. John, I'm going to have you go build this.
Yep.
And when we come back, I want you to tell me what you find the build to be like. So guys, we'll be back in a minute.
Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of massed fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com. Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story.
Hi guys, we're back for part 2. Right, we have our little sand buggy built. Look at this thing. Now, you've built and primed this, John.
Yeah.
And I agree, it looks better on camera once you've primed it.
Yeah, it's one of those things I want to start doing a lot more in our unboxings. I want to prime the model because sometimes the resin is too light.
Yeah.
And you don't get
to
see that detail.
This thing's going to paint up beautifully.
Isn't it? It really is crying out for that gorgeous like canvas effect over the back of the cab.
Yeah, although the engine, with it being exposed, that's just begging for a ton of rust effects and stuff. It's going to be really cool.
Would you go Rust or would you go Mad Max?
Oh,
Get the bodywork looking a bit miffed up, but have the engines look like they have been so much love and attention put onto the actual engine.
Maybe.
Shiny and chrome.
That was creepy. That was very creepy.
Right, can I do one more?
Okay.
Just so long as we paint it up so it doesn't look mediocre.
Here, we've actually picked up a couple of other miniatures from other ranges to let you see the size. So, John, if you pass me one or two here.
I will pass you the Man of War.
Okay, so if you're a War Machine player, here's the sort of scale you're seeing. So this is essentially on what would be a Warjack base.
Yep.
But it's still a weighty little vehicle.
It is.
So if you pass me in something else.
I'll pass you in a smaller one.
And you can see you've got your little British guy. So this is what, one of your little commander guys?
Yep, this is one of my little lieutenants.
Okay, and standing beside that, that's pretty in scale.
That's not bad scale-wise, is it?
Yeah. What's it like 40k-wise? Because I know you have an Eldar there.
Yes, I have a Farseer to show you in there.
We have our Farseer. The scale for 40k, the 40k stuff looks a bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's totally different, you know.
Yeah, it's a completely different game, but just so that people know what sort of scale they're looking at with this kind of stuff.
It's hard to tell on camera when there's no hands or anything in the shot, and you need that little bit of comparison with something you're a bit more familiar with.
That's something else we're going to try and do from now on, guys, is we're going to have this set of 3 minis is just going to be dropped down beside miniatures so that you can sort of see the scale compared to other games, because I know some people have wondered, can I use it in this game, that game? Yeah,
it's purely based on the feedback we've had in our previous unboxings where people want to know what scale they are in comparison to the more...
Well, I mean, like, there's 3 of the main games there. Yeah. So that's 40k,
Bolt
that's
Action.
War Machine, and Bolt Action.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see what scale it is compared to those. But I like this mini. I really like it.
It's endearing in a way.
It's endearing, but it's still got that nice ramshackle feel where they don't really know what they're doing with the tech just yet.
Well, they don't really care, is the feeling I get. You know, it's got the guns, it's got the engine, it's got the wheels. It doesn't need anything else.
So you're imagining some insane Wild West mechanic just in his garage going, one day I'm going to show them all. Right, anyway, guys, I think that'll do for this unboxing. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you like the mini. Drop us a comment below, let us know what you think. We'll see you soon.
In a world controlled by massive corporations, a steady aim and split-second decisions are needed for your Megacon to complete its goals. Begin your missions at the Mercs Hub on beastsofwar.com. It's time for 28mm World War II action. Will you recreate history or reshape it your way? On the Bolt Action Hub at beastsofwar.com.